What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. This is April Showers, and I want everybody to know the sun was out today, and I am so thankful that I had a nice sunny day. Thank you, God, higher power, the universe, the ancestors. I want all you beautiful, amazing content creators. I want you to always think that you're number one. I know I am up late, but busy today. Busy today. Very busy today. Chris Rock, Chris Rock. Now, last year at the Academy Awards, Will Smith went up and slapped Chris Rock. Hey, Jared talk. And when Will Smith went up there and slapped Chris Rock, I'm like, he done slapped Pookie. Chris Rock kept his composure, which I am so proud. Will Smith will always be a sorry man to me. He did not apologize to him when he was doing his acceptance speech of that Oscar. He should have apologized to Chris Rock, right then and there. Hey, together, I'm going to drop the link if anybody wants to come up. Now, yeah, Jared Talk said, I heard about it. I didn't see it. Together, we break change production. This is my sister, my co-host, my friend, another beautiful person that I have met on YouTube. Now, I'm just going to let you listen to a snippet and then I will read the article. So hold on, everybody. Let's go. I'm getting ready.
Smacked by Suge Smith. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Yes, it happened. I got smacked like a year ago. Last week I got smacked in the Oscars by this mother. And people like, did it hurt? It still hurts. But I'm not a victim, baby. You will never see me on Oprah or Gail crying. Never gonna happen. I couldn't believe it. And I love Men in Black. No. I love Will Smith. My whole life, I love this. I saw him open up for Run DMC. He made some great movies. I have rooted for Will Smith my whole life. I root for this mother. Okay? And now, I watch Emancipation just to see him get whooped. Because I got parents. That's why. Because I was raised. And you know what my parents taught me? Don't fight in front of white people.
Were you guys able to hear that? Were you able to hear that? So, Chris Rock finally addressed the Oscars slap and made Netflix history on Saturday with the platform first live global streaming event. I'm going to try to do a show tonight without offending nobody. I'm going to try my best because you never know who might get triggered, Rock said as he opened his set from Baltimore. People always say words hurt. Anybody who says words hurt has never been punched in the face. After the quick apparent reference to Will Smith slapping him on stage at last year's Academy Awards, Rock saved his jokes about the incident until the last 10 minutes of the show. And hold on, I have a guest. Hey, my girl.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, I called you earlier.
I was
And
at the
I know you had a beautiful day with the family. And, you said you was at the movies. Because, I wanted to see if you wanted to discuss this. And, girl, I look up, time done went away. And I'm like, ooh, it's late night. But, you know, I still want to talk about this.
yeah.
Now, let me finish reading this article from CNN where they talk about what he said. So he goes on to say, you all know what happened to me. Getting smacked by Suge Smith, Rock said, it still hurts. I got summertime ringing in my ears, but I'm not a victim, baby. You'll never see me on Oprah or Gail crying. I took that hit like Pat Quayle for Quayle. Rock suggested Smith's response to his Oscars joke about his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, was more about their relationship than him. Hey, Chi-Town, he says, I love Will Smith my whole life. Rock said, I have rooted for Will Smith my whole life. Now I watch Emancipation just to see him get whipped. And so he said, okay, the question was asked, how come you didn't do anything back that night? Rock said people have asked him because I got parents. You know what my parents taught me. Don't fight in front of white people. Now, that's awesome.
Right.
That is awesome. That he did
Hey,
not
Chantel.
do that. So, um, then he went on. Now, I want y'all to listen to what he said with this. He said, I have no problem with the wokeness. I have no problem with it at all. I'm all for social justice. I'm all for marginalized people getting their rights. The thing I have a problem with is the selective outrage. Rock said, you know what I'm talking about. One person does something, they get canceled. Somebody else does the same exact thing, nothing. You know what I'm talking about. The kind of people who play Michael Jackson songs but won't play R. Kelly. Same crime. One of them just has better songs. And he said, tackling the country's division, Rock said America is in horrible shape right now. So what do you guys think about that?
First of all, I really feel like you were right when you said that he should have apologized to him, after he did what he did. Instead, Will Smith had all these other people surrounding him like he was the victim. And, I feel really bad because if he does not get a hold of himself and pay attention to what his kids have been saying about Jada Smith, she's going to literally drag him down to the ground. And if it had been any other person like Michael B. Jordan, it would have been like a Steve Harvey, D. Ray. What's that other guy? It's a bunch of other comedians. He would have never ever put his hand, like to Corey Holcomb. He would have never raised his hand to any of those people. But when you look at the height difference, Chris Rock is like a string bean compared to Will Smith. So he knew that.
Mm-hmm.
He knew that he could hit him and get away with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like he said, Will Smith is way bigger than him. Way bigger than him. But like he said, he ain't the one. He might have slapped him and hurt him. But like he said, ain't nothing like Jada. I dropped the link to Truth if you wanna come on up and say what y'all talked about in Sunday school.
Hey, can you check something? Can you check your
Yeah, I see.
Okay.
Yeah. And so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so what do you do?
You do what he did. You roast their AWSs. You wait and you get them good.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it, but now that you're talking about it and you read it, I'm glad he spoke out about it. I'm glad he's doing a comeback.
Yeah. Girl, he made $20 million for that.
Oh wow.
$20 million.
Wow. I bet you the reason why he was saying I would never be on Oprah, I'll never be on Gayle, because they probably solicited him for the story and he was like, nope, I got a perfect timing when I'm going to do it. But allegedly Will Smith called him corny for doing that.
You know what? I lost all respect for Will Smith. You done sat up here, your wife done had an affair with your son, with your kid's friend. She done slept with this boy in your house. Negro, please.
The truth. Can you come up and tell us what y'all discussed? Because I sure would love to hear
it. Yeah, I want to hear it too.
Well, let us hear it from a perspective from the pastor. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. And I said I gotta ask my pastor if he would want to come on. The truth, are you still with us? Cause I dropped the link. Chi-Town Finest, you getting ready and getting dressed for work. Okay. Now, also, we got this hyperthon coming up on the 11th. I need to know if who wants to participate in next month's hyperthon in April.
Oh yeah, they were talking about that last night on motivational
Yeah.
weightlifting, and I told them to go ahead and sign me up.
Okay, for next month.
Yeah,
Okay,
and I
great.
said I was going to interview him during my hour just to, get it over with.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, and it's great. Like I say, this community we belong to, you know, everybody wants to see everybody make it.
Mhm.
Like, ain't nobody, you know, we better together.
Yes.
We are so better together. And I just like the people I've been meeting, and I go to everybody's shows. But I want people to know, like, I don't expect that what I do from everybody, because I know some people, they've got jobs, they have children, you know, and you know what I be telling you. So,
Mhm.
you have to take care of you first.
Right.
And so I don't trip about, like, it's 10:49 at night and I'm doing this show.
Mhm.
Most of the people, they work, they early birds, they in bed.
Right.
But it's all right, because I'm still gonna do my show, and then they can replay it.
Yeah.
But so Will Smith allegedly said that it was corny.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. What a response. But like he said, it still hurts. But
Yeah.
Jada done hurt this Negro more than anybody could ever hurt Will Smith. Like,
Yeah.
your wife done made you look like a fool. She broke you down, dude.
And she continues to do it at every chance
She
that
broke
she
you
can.
down.
That's the kind of wife the Bible speaks against. You know what I'm saying? You are
Yeah,
you tearing down your house instead of being a help me. Now, if you're not gonna be a help me, if you didn't love Will Smith, first of all, you should have just said, you know what, I'm not gonna do that because see, I'm not gonna have my heart in it.
right.
But she saw
Yeah.
that money and she went for the money.
hmm And you know, he he tried. He was a great rapper. Now I wouldn't say great. He was an okay rapper, because he was trying to be a clean, non-cursing rapper. You know, stuff like that. But that night showed that you still a Negro that ain't
Yeah,
about ish.
yeah,
So you done played the role like you this Mr. Good guy, but then you get up and slap a man. And
yeah.
I'm proud of Chris Rock, because why, he was shook. You can see it in his face.
He was
And
humiliated
thank
too.
God he had parents that instilled in him. Because if they would have been fighting, girl, I mean, it would have been like, look at these two Negroes. And black people, it was all black people that did the Academy Award, and you choose to go up there and slap Chris Rock. Will Smith, you ain't ish. You ain't nothing.
This is sad.
You
It's
ain't
really
nothing.
sad. Yeah, it's really
You
sad.
ain't nothing. Yeah.
It's sad
You
because
ain't
you have a
nothing.
woman that's running your household, and then look, this is the sad. This is see, these are the things that I try to tell people before you get married. Don't just look at the money because you don't know what that person is capable of. Don't look at the female and think that because she's pretty, don't know the inside of her heart. So what I'm saying is, not only has she slept with her son's friend, she's even gotten on the red table and told, what's her name,
That
the one that used to date what's her name, the Ellen, what's her name,
Ellen
the
DeGeneres.
yeah, the girl that used to date her for a minute. um oh my
the-
god.
Is, is that the one that just was killed?
No, that wasn't her. It's another one. Gwyneth Paltrow. Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so she got on the red table and she had a conversation with Gwyneth Paltrow, and in front of her own mother and Gwyneth Paltrow and what's the daughter's name? Willow. And she
Yeah.
told the world that Will Smith was not good sexually performing in bed. He was not a good sex partner at
Right.
all.
Yeah.
Yes, she did that. That was so embarrassing. So
Yeah.
embarrassing. And she continues to embarrass him over and over.
Mhm.
What is it gonna take before he walks away from that Jezebel spirit?
No. That was another thing. Like you done got good. You sitting up here talking about their sex life with Will Smith is difficult to maintain.
Mm-hmm.
You out there telling the world about you and this man's sex life?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, she did. On the red, right after the slap, I believe it was.
So I done pulled up the article,
Okay.
and it says Jada in a recent Red Table Talk opened up about letting go of certain fantasies and learning to be a good partner. Jada, a mother of two, said, "The thing Will and I talk about a lot is the journey we started at a very young age. That's why the accountability part really hits for me because I think you expect your partner to know, especially when it comes to sex. It's like,
See,
well, if you love me, you should know. If you love me, you should read my mind." That's a huge pitfall.
that's a low blow.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Let me see. We got some comments. Hey, Tamika, how you doing? Welcome in, and all of the Bush people. So, I mean, this woman, I don't, hey, Hey, Joyful Julie. And so, what do you think just overall about these people? I mean, what's your opinion on this whole Smith family?
I think that he chose the wrong person. I think that he should have done more homework before he actually got into the relationship, because all the red flags were there. She told him that she did not love him. When they were walking down the aisle, she stated she was crying because she did not want to marry him, nor did she love him. So as time went on, she even got to her kids where her daughter at a young age was writing letters to Tupac. So right there, that would have stopped. I don't care if she was pregnant and I was him, I would not have carried that relationship any further with her, knowing that you did not love me and you were crying down the aisle because you were forced into marry me. That is the biggest mistake he made.
Yeah, and then you say this to the world.
Right.
Hey, Dan. Hey, Big L. Joyful Julie. Tamika, we appreciate all of you guys. If anybody wants to join the panel, you're more than welcome to come up, because this family, you know, people look at like Jada and Will Smith. They got married. Now, I don't know anything about uh, a relationship status where they say it's complicated, it's open, you know. He doing his thing, she doing his thing. You got the daughter when she was 12, laying on this older man. You got the boy who dressing all weird in clothes. You know, Willow talking about she was forced to sing. Like, they ain't the ideal family that I would be looking up to.
No, I wouldn't. Actually,
You
they
know,
do have an open relationship.
well, girl, how can you be married and have an open relationship?
She says she never believed in a conventional marriage. A year on from that entanglement drama, that's what she said. She never believed in a conventional marriage.
Dan, how them goldfish doing? Well, so, like, get a divorce then.
Wow.
But what would it be? She would be able to get half of his money, or what?
I guess it's probably cheaper to keep her. He's been married to her since 1997. But here in California, if she's cheating and she got caught cheating, she wouldn't get half. They would not award her half.
Yeah. I mean, girl, when that came out, that was the most embarrassing thing for me to hear about them. Like, she done bought a whole kid. She done slept with a man in your house. Like, what am I, Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And then people got to hear about that. So, yeah. So Chris Rock did make 20 million. And
That's a
I
lot of
guess,
money.
yeah. And I'm glad he did not fight him back. You could tell he was still like shook up from that.
Yeah, he's still very angry behind it as well. You can tell.
Yeah, he mad. Nigga, you done came up and just slapped me? Everybody else had joked about them. But you, all night they had pinned jokes at them. Everybody that got up, and you gonna choose to mess with my Pookie. Cause that's exactly what I thought. I said he done went up there and slapped Pookie. And he said it in the show. Here come a guy that played Muhammad Ali coming up to me and I'm Pookie.
Right.
Will Smith, you suck, dude. You suck. But yeah, you let your wife punk you out and then you wanna go up and slap a man cause he done joked about your hair. That woman been bald. Don't nobody care. Black people, we have suffered with all kind of hair problems.
Right.
I mean, our hair is difficult to maintain. Some people have, bald spots or weak spot in their head. So this ain't nothing new. And then if you really embraced it and you done talked about it and you a real woman, I mean, it shouldn't even bother you. You shaved your head for G.I. Jane.
Wow.
Remember, she shaved her head for that role. And that's what he was talking about.
Oh, she lied and said she had alopecia.
Girl, like I said, all black women that had hair problems. We got a weak spot, you know. We just have some hair that we get stressed, our hair breaks out,
True.
you know. Um, so I ain't trying to hear nothing Jada Pinkett got to say about no alopecia or nothing like that. We've been suffering with our hair for the times we put perms in them and all kind of stuff. Now folks walking around here don't have edges and all this glue and weed. And then you Jada Pinkett Smith, you can go have you some hair attached to your head. They can do
Mm-hmm.
anything. Like,
Yep.
you know, who is even messed up about hair these days?
Nobody.
All right.
Nobody.
I'll
A lot
let
of
you have
women are
the
chop.
floor.
A lot of women are just chopping all their hair off. Like, I can start over. Big deal.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give you the floor. I'm
Oh,
gonna let you go
yeah.
on and let me go
I,
make
I,
me
I
a
just
coffee.
okay. Okay. I just
All right.
don't understand. The whole situation behind it because it's like I said, she never ceases to amaze me and in embarrassing him. And there's nothing that he does except for just sit there like a wounded kid. You can write the tell-all book, that's fine, but do you have anybody that you can go and get some really deep-rooted counseling? And I think that's what he's lacking, in spite of a lot of us have grown up, and not me, and seen their parents get drunk and fight, or the father beat up their mom or whatever, and they've done their best, by getting counseling to, to move forward. Some people have, some people haven't, but I think that this is just the outright display of abuse on him, because who would really want to sit here and put their husband down unless you secretly hated him? And that's what I'm getting, that maybe she secretly hates him, but she doesn't want to leave because it'll take away that lifestyle that she's accustomed to. So now you got your kids all mixed up, and they're out here doing different things, and you know now the little girl, not little girl anymore, is talking about you ruined their family, and I just don't know. It's somewhere he needs to stop, or somewhere his family need to pull together and say, you know what, son, this right here, she's embarrassing you, and you need to come to grips, and you need to really see that all the behavior that she's displaying, she does not like you. And that's exactly what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that it's almost like she does not like him, but she doesn't want to get rid of him because she knows that nobody else is going to want to be with her. Who else wants to be with her, knowing that you will publicly humiliate, and you're pretty much for the Hollywood streets? Nobody wants to be with her outside of Will Smith. She wasn't even Tupac's girlfriend, and she fell in love with him. So what's wrong with you? So you taking your bitterness and your anger out on Will Smith? Is that what it is? And I have the video. She was laughing prior. Hi, baby, Joyful Julie. She was laughing at the joke, and then all of a sudden she turned around and gave Will Smith that evil look. And after Will Smith slapped him, she laughed. She was laughing, and it was not funny. It was disgusting. It was very disrespectful. It was disheartening, to see that. And Chris Rock was stuck. He was stuck. He could have, the way he hit that man, he could have broke his neck. Then what? Then what? You could have gave him brain damage. Then what? You know? And I kind of see that Chris Rock is still a little slow moving behind that. Maybe there was some kind of nerve damage or something. He said he gave him a concussion for real. So maybe something really traumatic happened and we don't know about it. But I really feel like Los Angeles should have arrested Will Smith regardless, because if you go to court, I mean, if you go and call the police out here on domestic abuse, and if it is two people fighting, and you say never mind, the district attorney still picks up the case. And I think that Will Smith should have served at least 2 years behind bars for that act, because now you told the world that it was okay to go and attack comedians. Look at what happened with Dave Chappelle right after people tried to attack. Other videos showing that these people that normally sit and become hecklers, they decided to get up and run after these comedians, and now the comedians have to arm themselves, in order to be safe. You open up something totally different. Normally they'll flip off the what'd you say? Will is too weak of a man for me. I don't like where he's become. Exactly, exactly. You are 100% right, Joyful Julie. He has become such the B word basically is what, and if you notice when I was listening to that, how Chris Rock kept emphasizing the B word. That's because he was literally calling him one himself. You know, he's going to feel that way for a very long time, and he's going to despise Jada Pickett because he told, what did he say? He said a long time ago, your husband did not get um, an award for the movie Concussion. So because your husband did not get an award, you want me to quit my job for your husband? That makes zero sense. Why would I stop making money and we're not even friends? You know, that doesn't make any sense. You were mad about that. And that's what he was talking about. And that's what Will Smith was mad about all this time. It had nothing to do with the haircut. It was more or less that Chris Rock would not fall into her little charm and say, "Okay, I won't take the job. I won't host the Oscars because your husband didn't get nominated for that movie Concussion." That ain't got nothing to do with his pockets and his house, your household. That's where all that. It just, I'm just really disappointed in Will Smith. As a person, I don't like who he's become, but I separate, like Miss April say, separate the art from the artist. And that's what I did. I separated the artist and his work, because I will watch his movie because he's a good actor. But as a person, if I met him on the streets, I probably wouldn't even would stop and say, "Oh, can I have your autograph?" I wouldn't do it. I don't think I would.
Girl, ain't that the truth? Preach, my sister.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't stop. And if I saw Jada Pickett, God would have to help me because I would ask him to give me some words to say to her, not to hurt her, but to break her spirit, break that pride, break that Jezebel spirit. I would want to say something to break her. Right. I would want to break her. Like literally, the words will break her until a silence where she has nowhere to go but to repent and to get herself together because she's a wild card, you know. She's very disrespectful, and that's the kind of he should have known. But I don't know if anybody believe in payback. Everybody calls it karma, but I call it payback. I'm thinking this could be the payback to him from how he dogged out Jazzy Jeff for all those years, how he did the lady that played Aunt Vivian. He told everybody she was difficult when she was telling them that she was being abused by her husband at home. And he put the word out, "Oh, she's very difficult to work with." And it stopped her money for years and years. And then finally, he apologized, but look at all the damage. Yes, she does have him wrapped around her finger. And it's very unfortunate because he said that he went to a sex therapist. He dreamed of having a harem of women, but I don't believe that. I believe that's something he just grabbed out the air. But there have been rumors about them stepping out, out of the marriage for years and years and years. But I don't think that he really liked doing it. I think it's something that was inspired by her, and he just went along with the get along game. So now you found yourself getting along, doing these things that you probably never wanted to do, to keep this woman. Is she your handler? Is that who they chose as your handler? Because you divorced your first wife for other reasons that were not disclosed. I guess you wasn't putting up with certain things, but now you can put up with it with this chick here. So I don't know. That's something to think about. What do you think, Miss April? Oh, she gave me the floor.
Huh?
I said, what do you think about it? His first wife, he wouldn't put up with her mess on whatever he said it was, but you put up with all this with Jada,
Right,
and your first wife
right.
never cheated, huh?
And check this out. That first wife, that show was sort of based. I mean, they you know, the his first child is the only normal kid out of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And yeah, Joyful Julie, I agree with you. I just feel so bad for the children. I think they are trouble. Hell yeah. Because you done seen your mother, your mother done set up and said she don't like your daddy. He don't satisfy her sexually. You done slept with another, they friend. Like, y'all done traumatized them.
Mm-hmm. And embarrassed them before the world.
Yeah, in front of the world. Like, man, like it's just crazy to me.
You
It's
know
just
what?
crazy.
It
And
was a
remember, they let the kid move out when
yeah.
he was like 15, 16.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who does that type of stuff?
That's crazy. But the
And
little
it's like,
girl,
huh?
sorry, the little girl and the boy, 1 minute Willow likes women. 1 minute, what's his name? Oh God, I forgot his name. What's Will Smith? Jaden. He likes men. The next minute he wants a girlfriend. The next minute he wants a boyfriend. So they had some type of parties up there where there's a lot of strange activities, and I can only imagine what those children have seen in that house. I
I
can
know.
only imagine the things that they've seen in that house. And Calabasas is like a few hours away from me, and it's
Mm-hmm.
really ritzy out there, and he lives at the top of a hill, so I can imagine, the stuff that they have actually seen go on in that house itself, and that's why they're twisted.
Joyful Julie, together we break the chains, and I would love to have you come up there on the panel with us.
Yes,
Just
yes,
click on the
absolutely.
link. Click on the
Please come
link,
up.
honey. We friendly over here. We love you. You know.
Yeah, click the link, come on up.
Yeah, come on up here. Girl, talk with us. And cause read her last comment, cause this is so true.
Yeah, he can't walk away. That's why I said it seems like she has some kind of stronghold, or that's why I said if she is his handler, like Kim Kardashian was Kanye West's handler until he broke away. When they have a handler, they do certain things to control you. They embarrass you, they humiliate you, you know. And I believe Kanye West lost his mind once he started, dealing with them. Not necessarily before he wasn't like that. He was quiet, meek, humble, and then he got with those Kardashians and he just went boo boo crazy. I will another time.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the invite. Oh, she doesn't want to wake up her hubby. Oh, I understand that.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, you can relate to that together.
Yeah, he
Uh-huh.
in the living room sleep right now. I came to the
Yeah.
bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And let me tell you something. I don't want none of you married women to be worrying about being on no show and y'all got husbands.
I
Take
know
care
that's
of your
right.
house first. Uh-huh. 'Cause can't, can't none of you married women come live with me.
She gets married time she say that.
Uh-uh. Y'all better stay with y'all husbands. Uh-uh. No, 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 no. I love you enough, you know, cause uh, hey, take care of home first.
Hmm.
Tell all of my friends that take care of home. Yeah, so that's good that you got enough respect that you don't want to wake your husband up. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you feeling sleepy too? Okay. It's cool if
Oh
you
yeah,
can't stay.
I was in her live stream today. Yeah, I was in her live stream.
Okay.
I go all over. Yeah,
I be trying to search. I just can't be finding nobody. I'm like, how in the heck she be finding all these people?
girl, when you subscribe to them, when you hit that notification button, you press all. I press all show, but a lot of times I don't get a lot of notifications.
I
But
know.
when you press that button, so and they have even girl, they had unsubscribed me. They they have unsubscribed me from people, and I'm just like I'm so you start to get tired of the game that YouTube tries to play. But you know what? You ain't gonna defeat me. Yeah.
Speaking of games, let me tell you what YouTube did to me on Friday. I put up a video talking about a child that attacked a teacher because the teacher took away his Nintendo. But during the actual violent part, I blurred it all out where you couldn't see it, and I did a voiceover. They struck my channel, and so I appealed it, and I said, "Can you please look at the video?" And they were like, "Oh, we're sorry." I'm like, "Oh wow, ain't that something?"
Oh yeah, what you can do now, when they strike it, you tell them. You can request for them to do that manual review. See, that's what I did.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did it. They did it and they took the strike off. They were like, I'm sorry. I don't know why you even got struck because you didn't show anything violent.
hmm So I just think like they got certain things like they trying to target now.
I think they got
And
a machine doing that, like a computer doing it, and the computer don't comprehend. Okay, good night, Julie. Thank you for being here. Yeah, this whole Chris Rock and Will Smith thing, this is wow.
and Chris gonna be mad about that for a minute, girl.
Yes,
Like,
he humiliated them.
nigga, you done slapped me in front of millions of people. Like, nigga, who you
Exactly.
think you is? Yeah, girl, he gonna be mad for years. Okay, Joyful Julie, we appreciate you.
Yes, we
Well,
do.
well.
And you know what?
And
I don't
whenever
know.
you
Did
tired,
he
you can let me know.
did he not press charges or what happened for Will Smith not to have gone to jail? What was it? Did he not press the
Let me see.
charges?
Does he? Okay, hold on. Let me go back to CNN.
Okay.
Cause they um what I was reading from was Chris Rock Netflix. You can Google it, and then I went to CNN, and that's what I was reading from. Now
Okay.
let me see, and that's when I played that recording. Let me see if they say. Hmm, no, they don't say.
Okay.
You know, so this'll be something I'm gonna have to watch on Netflix the whole thing. But
Hmm.
like I said, I heard what I wanted to hear him say. Like he say, yeah, he's still, you know, getting smacked by Suge Smith. He said. it still hurt. So that shows you, like, he's still angry. He says, I got summertime ringing in my ears. Because he slapped him so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the nigga slapped him. Like, he might have messed up his hearing or something.
He might have. That's what I was
Yeah,
saying. He probably did something to him to mess him up. They said Chris Rock did not want to press charges against Will Smith, but I think what happened was the Oscars probably told him don't do it. After
yeah.
Will Smith slapped comedian Chris Rock on stage at the Sunday Academy Awards ceremony in Los Angeles, police officers were prepared to arrest Will Smith, according to an interview with the award show producer. But the comedian was adamant he did not want to press charges. In an excerpt of an interview with ABC News aired Thursday on World News Tonight, producer Will Packer said LAPD officers told Rock this is battery and that he could press charges, and they were prepared to arrest Will Smith that night. They said, we will go get him. We are prepared. We are prepared to get him right now. You can press charges. We can arrest him. They were laying out the options. Packer told ABC as they were talking, Chris was being very dismissive of those options. He was like, no, I'm fine. He was like, no, no, no. But I think that they told him to say no, if you want to be honest. Oscar saying the individuals involved has declined to file a police report. Rock made a very brief reference to the incident Wednesday at a stand up show in Boston, his first public appearance since the Oscars. He told the audience he was still processing what happened and would have more to say on a later date. Smith apologizes for outbursts. Smith met with leadership from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science earlier this week in a Zoom call and apologized. A source close to the situation told CNN. That's not good enough. The meeting on Tuesday lasted 30 minutes, during which Smith apologized and they heard him out. The source said, adding that Academy member told Smith his actions would have consequences. Smith has maintained a low profile on social media since issuing a lengthy apology on Monday. I was out of line and I was wrong. He wrote in part, I am embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. A source earlier told CNN that Academy leadership film at film firmly asked, Smith's publicist for the actor to leave the ceremony following an onstage incident, but Smith refused and was communicated back to the Academy leadership. The person said, but then he tried to say something about Venus and Serena's dad, and Venus and Serena's dad said, "No, don't put me in that. I don't do stuff like that." You know.
And then that man wasn't all that great. I mean,
Mm-mm.
he had a family before them girls that he didn't even acknowledge his other kids.
Right.
Like, he wasn't this great man.
No, he wasn't. And then to turn around and the little young chick that he got with, he ended up messing with that young chick, and that young chick tried to take his house from him, and I think she did. And so the
He
girls
did,
were
and
like,
he got a loan against the house and all kind of stuff.
"Hold
That
up, I'll
man,
come
they
right back.
tried, you
Hold on a
trying
second."
to put. Oh, okay.
Yeah, my crazy dog. Yeah, you were saying she put a loan against the house?
Yeah, I think she had got a loan against the house. Hold on. Let me Google it, girl. Google it.
Yeah, but I think the girls
But
was like,
see,
let her keep it. They didn't pay for it, I don't think.
but that was the home that they grew up in. It seemed like they would have tried to save it. But
No,
see
not
what
that
I
home.
said?
It's the home that they used when that guy moved them to Florida, not the house they grew up in.
Oh, okay. Okay. But see how God works. Like you diss your first family.
Yeah.
You never talked about them. Like you had you had a whole family before them girls, and you
Hmm.
never talked about them people.
He walked
That
out on
was
his first
dirty.
family.
Yeah, that was dirty and low down. See how God works, how that karma comes back.
Yeah. But I wonder at what point did Venus and Serena's mother know that he said he was going to the store to get some cigarettes and he never came back. So I'm trying to figure out at what point did she know that he walked out on his previous family? Because if I would have been like, you walked out on your family, oh no, because you can walk out on me. I'm good.
Yeah, right. And then you devote all of your attention, and
To
you
the
got
twins.
a whole family, and you want
Hmm.
to praise this man. Girl, I was living. That's like them when Beyonce's mother was trying to speak up for black men. I'm like, how she gonna speak up for black men? And she had a husband that cheated on her, had another baby. A child is innocent. And you never, y'all want to walk around like y'all mess don't stink. And
Hmm.
then you got Jay-Z who's got kids that he don't even acknowledge. And you
Mm.
want to be a spokesperson? Girl,
Wow.
it was like, y'all some of the phoniest. They trying the worst people to
Yeah.
represent us. Like y'all ain't a representation of the black family.
Right.
Shoot, I know
Exactly.
men here that's been cheated on their wives, and they didn't have to tell them that they got outside kids. I know some that accepted them and stuff, but a child is innocent. But y'all want to go around and act like none of this stuff happened, and everybody knows it happened. You ain't a representative of my black community.
Right. That's crazy. It's crazy how they try to throw people and say, "Oh, they represent black people." Oh, no, you don't represent me because I don't. Those are not my standards and my morals or my beliefs.
Look at that that People magazine. You got the brat pregnant,
Child.
and you know, then that other guy, he was on my favorite show, Lovecraft Country. He wearing pink, and they using our people. Girl, it's
Mm-hmm.
a it's a hot mess.
Yeah.
They using our people, both people, for these dirty people.
And
All of
it's
they
crazy because when everything they what how did And my question is this: how did Black people become the spokespeople for the alphabet community? Because guess what? When it all boils down and everything comes to a head, they're gonna blame Black people for it. We always fall for everything, which is so crazy. It's like you dangle it in front of our face and it seems good, we just fall for whatever. And when is it that we're going to wake up and say, you know what, we've been falling for stuff for years and years and nothing has ever been done? When are we going to wake up? Literally, when are we going to
Yeah.
wake up?
Hmm.
When? When are we going to wake up and recognize that a lot of stuff that is being thrown at us, and we just take it and we run with it. Now everybody's in a big uproar because they want to cancel TikTok, or what I think that's what it is. I don't blame them. We need to get away from TikTok because people get on there and they do some of the simplest stuff, and especially with fans only. And I know people say, "Oh, I make my money over there," but you know what? You are selling your soul. You're just as bad as the person that is selling their soul. Why would you want all these people to pay money to see your private parts? Why do you want people to see you doing all these ridiculous things? And then, like, when you grow up and mature as a younger person, if you can get on there, you're looking back and you're all these things are going to be on the social media for life. None of this stuff goes away. You may think you erased it, but it's still going to be floating out there somewhere.
Yeah.
So we become so dependent. And then you got people that are on YouTube and social media. They become, instead of being physical bullies, they become social media bullies. They dox people. They try to pick arguments. Like, I made a comment on somebody's channel, and they were talking about the LBGT community, and I stated, in the community that I stayed in, I spoke with a few people in that community, and I asked them, what made you decide to be with the same gender? And they told me it was some adult that did adult activities on them that was same gender, and it became normal. Now that was my statement. So this person got up under me and made a comment, and I just went back. I said, if I'm not mistaken, I said I did an interview, and if I'm not mistaken, I said in my community, if I'm not mistaken, I didn't say the whole alphabet community. So, you know what? Take off your boxing gloves and go somewhere else. And everybody was liking what I said. So, this person wanted to pick a fight. I'm not about to fight with y'all people
Yeah.
on here.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, hey, I don't care what nobody doing in their bedroom. I
Right,
have nothing against them people. I don't want nobody to think, hey, that's your life. You ain't got to answer to me.
right,
That's your life. But I don't want it shoved down my throat.
right,
And then I don't think a child should be able to make a decision that can't even drive, can't buy cigarettes, can't vote, but they
right.
can say they want to change their sex gender. Girl, like, what is really going on?
Well, what it is like we say, we're not here to offend anyone. It's not to disrespect anyone. But
Yeah,
looking at it, it's just that you have those people. They changed the name to adult attracted to minors. If you get what I'm saying, they have
yeah,
snuck under the same umbrella with the LBGTQ community. They snuck under there, and they're making it bad for that community because they had some drag queens that came out and said, first of all, hold on, we do drag we do drag for adults. When did we start doing this stuff for children? That is totally out of line. So you have those people that are speaking against it. but they're silencing the ones that are speaking against it, and the very, very few that are for it, they're making them seem like they're louder and more. But you have, what's his name, Jeffree Star even spoke about it. In spite of his shady past, he spoke about how ridiculous it is and why are people going after children, and that's not what it was all about. It's those adults that are attracted to young kids that are doing that. They're trying to implement it with, the alphabet community, and I don't think that is fair. And I think that the people in the alphabet community, and I say that to be respectful because I mix up some of the words, but I think that they need to stop rallying for crazy stuff and pay attention, saying, hold on a minute, when did we start going after children? When did we start wanting to perform in front of children? So if they need to start speaking up and like have a rally and speak against it. Because there's a senator I think it was a senator or somebody in government, something named something to jig or something. He just recently got caught with child corn, CORN. If you can put a P in front of it, corn, on his computer, and he's up in the White House. So they just busted him with child CORN.
What? Who is it now?
Sit to jig or something like that. Hold on a second. Let me get the paper. Hold on. You might hear a little bit of noise. Because I'm gonna do a full depth story on it. He's a Maryland mayor, and he's facing child corn (CORN) charges. Previously said his name is Pete Buttigieg or some crap like that. Yeah, he just recently got busted with it on his with 56 pictures.
Okay, girl. It's been a lot of senators.
Yeah, they're into that stuff.
Now, corn, y'all know, charges. Google senators caught with porn. See, we like to come to you because, I have this going to the truth radio, and we're about telling the truth. Like,
right.
We going to sources. Like, we are backing up what we talk about.
Right.
So, it ain't no hearsay. And
I'm gonna do the story, but
like
I'm gonna
I
go ahead
said,
let me read it to you real quick. I'm gonna do the story still, but it's just it says
yeah, Maryland Patrick.
Maryland
Okay.
mayor facing child corn charges. Previously said Pete Buttigieg was his mentor, and it says the Maryland mayor charged on Thursday with 56 child pictures related charges has visited the White House several times since President Biden took office and previously described Secretary Pete Buttigieg, whatever his name is, as his mentor. So this dude, they gave him 40 counts of possession of child pictures and 16 counts of disturbing child pictures. Okay? So he's a Democrat, a leading Democrat. Yeah. So it's not looking too good for him. Isn't that something? And if you want to put his name, is Buttigieg. I don't know how to pronounce that. Buttigieg. I don't know.
Yeah. Just a hot mess, girl.
Mm-hmm. That's something else.
A plain hot mess. But, people have got to start.
You might
We
hear
have
me moving around. I'm
got
trying to move around. Sorry.
to talk about this type of stuff because it just seems like something is going on with these kids nowadays.
They're after the children. That's the problem. It's these people that have a fetish for children, and I'm gonna say it lightly. They have a fetish for children, and they're using whatever they can to fulfill that sick, demented, twisted fantasy that they have in order to mess with children. And it's sad. Your children are not safe, and it seems like nobody's doing anything about it to protect these children. Where's their protection? You got them changing their whole who they are into something that they're not. You're sticking that idea in their head, and it's really sad. Like, when is enough enough? Who's gonna stand up? It's really sad. It's really sickening. You there?
Well, I'm around too as
Huh?
we doing the show. Uh-huh. I'm moving around too. But yeah, I'ma tell you people, I've had some hard pills to swallow lately. And we have got to come up with something to protect children. I don't know. You know, we gotta we gotta get straight up. Telling you something. It's a darkness out here. It's like some type of dark cloud looming around now. I can't even explain it. It's like I guess as my mama would say, honey, keep on living, you know. Keep on living.
Yeah, it seems like it's getting worse and worse. But the thing that gets me is that you have a lot of the children that have transitioned. They're now coming back and they're speaking to the legislator, and they're saying that someone coached them into transitioning, and they're not happy, and the rate of them terminating their own lives are very, very high, even in the adults, because they're not happy. They thought that they were, and they turned out they're not happy. So, and they tell you, oh, there's nothing we can do. Once we remove that certain part of your body, for the man, that is, there's no coming back. We cannot reconstruct one, but which I don't understand, because you could create one for a woman that wants to transition into a male.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I just
It,
don't
it just
understand. Huh?
yeah. I just think like they should be able once they turn 18. Cause
Yeah.
this is like for kids growing up nowadays, this is like the fad for them, right? Like,
I I think it's being pushed on them more or less. So I don't think it's a fad. I think when somebody keeps pushing something on you and telling you it's okay, and then once you do this type of thing, like your friend will say, hey, let's go to the candy store and let's steal this candy and run, but you haven't looked around to see if the doors lock automatically, if they have a button to push to lock you in, if there's going to be security there. You don't know. You just want what you want, and then you go in and you steal the candy and you get caught. So basically, that's what's happening with them. In essence, they are doing what somebody is encouraging them to do. An adult,
yeah,
a woman that may want a little girl when she was blessed to have a bouncing baby boy, and now she's putting the ideology in that child's head that you are not a girl, you are who I want you to be.
Yeah.
So it comes from home as well. And now they're saying that the teachers are doing it.
Mm,
So
yeah.
where are they safe? Are we going to have to homeschool our kids on the internet and monitor what they're teaching?
Yeah.
But did you? It's a and I know we switched from Chris Rock, but there's a story going around. It's a young kid, and he's like in the sixth grade, and so he went to his school library, and he pulled out a book, and the book was like graphic, adult activity graphic. And so he and his parents went before the school board, and I believe everybody was there. And so he said, "This is a book that I got out of our library at our school." And so he began to read the words in the book, and it was talking about, oh yeah, this, and oh yeah, that. And she put her hands down on my pants, and she grabbed my area, and then she put her I'll say the better word, fellatio on me, and then we blank blank blank, the F-bomb word. And it was the actual words, but I'm being respectful because if you have to monetize this, I don't want it to be disrespectful. But yeah, she was, and he was just reading it, and everybody was mouth was like dropped wide to the ground, like, this kind of book is. And he like, yeah. And the librarian said, we have more that's even more graphic than that. What does a sixth grader need that kind of stuff in the library for?
Wow. Wow.
Yes, it's on there. It's on the internet. He was reading it word for word. I was like, are you kidding me? Yes, he
Yeah.
was.
Wow. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we got a lot of stuff going on in this world.
Yeah. Um, you know, as they say, stay woke. You know, stay woke. You know, the term they use it now. Like, I'm, everybody, everybody's supposed to be so woke now. You know, like I just laugh and
Right.
all of this stuff. You know, woke. Y'all, what do y'all mean by saying woke? Because y'all see this, but ain't nobody addressing it. It's like you looking up and you seeing more and more, and ain't nobody trying to come up with no solution.
Right.
Like, you know, I'm glad they banned Will Smith from the Oscars for 10 years for
Oh,
his
he got 10
behavior.
years he's banned?
Yeah, he's banned for 10 years, and I'm glad they banned him. You just
So
don't
that
get up.
means this movie Emancipation that he did, he won't be able to go there to get his award.
No,
Okay.
he is banned for 10 years. 10
I
years.
still say he should have went to jail
But
regardless.
but do you really think did did you see Emancipation?
Yeah, it's good. It's
I
good.
didn't care for it. I
You
didn't
didn't
care
care for
for it
it?
at all.
You
Mm-mm.
know it was a true story though.
It's still it's yeah, but I didn't like it. So yeah, I didn't like it. It was just another slave movie where they was trying to get away from the slave owners. So it didn't interest me at all. You know.
Yeah, but that dude, the dude that he portrayed, that was a real dude. That's why I liked it. Other than that, it told how bad like slavery was.
Yeah.
It was really bad. Like wow. And
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith said that the guy, that I guess the white guy that was chasing him through the movie, he said the dude refused to speak to him every day until the movie was over. And I guess he was trying to, and at the end, he talked to him. He was like, I was trying to get you in the mindset. And I guess it worked. So
Well,
how long you think Chris Rock is going to be on this rant? Or do you think this is the only time he's going to rant like this?
honey, I would rent every time they offer me a time. I would talk them sorry snips. I would talk about them every time I could and get paid for it. He
Man, I
got
wish I
20
had
movies.
Netflix. Do you have
He got
Netflix?
he got yeah, I got Netflix.
I might
Yeah,
even get it just to see that.
yeah, yeah. But a lot of people showing snippets of it. So
Wow, that's crazy. And I'm glad he's speaking his truth, though. It's
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. I would anytime somebody asked me to come on their show, I would talk about them dirty son of a SOBs every chance I got. Honey.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would talk about them. Yes, ma'am.
that's
Hmm.
crazy.
Yeah.
And then the apology that he did, he apologized to the Oscars first. He never apologized to Chris Rock. He did
Yeah,
him last. Like I should have been the first one you apologized to.
right. And you didn't do it that night.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. He should
Uh-huh.
have been the first person.
Yeah. And you go. Yeah. So, girl, yeah. Yep. So yeah, I'm glad he finally talked about it. Like he said, it still hurts.
Yeah,
He got time ringing in his ear. So he's trying to let us know. Like that nigga slapped him so hard. Like shit. Hell, I was here in Belgium and shit. You know?
like I said, he
Like,
probably damaged his hearing.
yeah, yeah. So he's letting you know right there. He did something to him to damage his hearing. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I think he damaged his hearing too because you could tell the way he moves differently. He's not moving the absolute same.
Girl and honey, he better be lucky they family, cause Chris' brother was ready to go get Will.
Oh yeah,
Them other brothers, yeah. And he better be careful. He better be careful. Cause Chris got some brothers that they'll get down with the get down.
real
You
talk.
know. They'll get down with the get down. So he better be careful.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop down
Yeah,
and
I'm getting ready to go to bed. Go to bed myself, girl. It was a great, beautiful day. Like I was actually able to move. I give thanks to the Almighty.
I know that's right.
Girl, I was able to get up and move today. You know, my joints and bones. It was done. Girl, I tell you, you know, I had some good days and some bad days. But I won't complain.
I know that's right.
I'm still here. I am
Well, you can
still
call
here.
me afterward if you want to, but I'm about to drop down.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to end the live.
Okay.
I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Those that are listening, we want to thank everybody that came in.
Yes.
Really hate the truth had left because really we wanted to see what they talked about. Like if they talked about this in church, like what was they saying?
Right.
You know. So wow, hate we missed her. But we thank everybody. I thank everybody that supports us, that support Miss Together.
Yes, thank you.
And I gotta see what's happening with B Sparrow Talk. I haven't talked to her in a minute.
Okay.
So I gotta see what's going on with her. But everybody, please get ready for March 11th for the next Hypathon. And I need y'all to come support because I want to give some words of encouragement to everybody. I'm going to tell people the story of what a woman told me when I first came on the air. Yeah. And I want to talk about that. Yeah.
Okay.
And so I'm going to do lights out. I'm getting ready. My cousin gave me some masks. Mm-hmm. And we're gonna call it a night. And we wish everybody a peaceful sleep, and sleep with the angels.
I know that's right.
Yeah. Any last words you want to give?
No, just everybody have a blessed evening, and remember
Yeah,
to stay positive because you're all beautiful.
that's right. Yeah. Okay. Good night, y'all. April Showers and Miss Together, we out.
We out.